Why, hello, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Good to have you here. Paul Trani, going to dive into today's masterclass. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Audio and video is good. Fiona, Afrosia, everyone. I just want to say hello. Also, if you're joining me elsewhere, hello, Lauda and Afrosia. Hello, everyone. Well, it's good to be here. Yeah, it is good to. Hello, Fiona. And Rick, awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do some fun paintings, and it's basically all about modern Renaissance art. So taking Renaissance art and applying that look, and doing sort of making a modern image look like a Renaissance painting is the idea. So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and switch over. You can kind of see where I'm at, right? But feel free to say hi. Good morning, Harry. How are you doing, boss? Good to see ya. Okay, cool. So yeah, you could just kind of give you an idea. I just did a quick search for Renaissance art, right? Sorting through all of these images, right? So you do have, of course, the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Caravaggio. Like, this one's cool. So this is usually my process, is like finding cool images, copying them, right? Just dropping them into, into a file that I'm working on, right? That's just one way of doing things. Maybe you have a Pinterest board that you could create. This is one art I pulled down, which I absolutely love. That Renaissance. This is classic too. School of Athens by Raphael. So see that color? Look at all that color, and just like everything's like, it's very dramatic, and I'm just into it. So yeah, how would we change a modern photo? And some of these aren't as modern. Some of them, like this, is very modern. So how can we change this and make it look like a Renaissance painting? So I think it'll be pretty fun. I like this. I like the idea of taking something like this and taking elements from other places as well. So like thinking about all of these elements that are in these, pictures, clouds, wings, like angels, devils, maybe a skull or two, right? Just all this drama that we can add will be kind of fun. So, yeah, Bobby Orlando, I am doing good on this fine Friday. One of my favorites is, I like Peter Paul Rubens. He's like Baroque art, but let's take a look at his art real fast. He does a lot of like chubby people. So that's kind of more his style, right? But still, it has all that drama, as you can see, like right over here. Look at this. Alligators, just like so much going on, like super cool. So, a lot of half-naked people. That's okay. We're all adults here. We are all adults here, aren't we? Or are there any kids dialing in? But I love this stuff. So we'll see what we can get done. It's going to be a lot of work, right, in a short amount of time. But I have faith in us. I love Caravaggio as well. What's his full name? Michelangelo something Caravaggio. So everybody just knows him as Caravaggio. So check out like his stuff, like dramatic use of light. Hopefully this image loads in a little better. But, just really good use of light. I think it's just awesome. But look at how clean these are. Just so good. So those are my source materials. And that's where I'm going to start. Do you guys have any question? We have only 10-year-olds here. Okay, I'm just making sure there are nothing but 10-year-olds here. Just kidding. That is weird. Ooh, I love the idea of somebody like looking into water and maybe they see themselves or a different person or themselves, like a skull for themselves, like they're seeing their death. A lot of these are classic stories. This is probably David. This is probably David and Goliath, if I had to guess. Right, but still cool images. And we have all our source materials. I even have Medusa there. And yeah, so this will be fun and super challenging. Yeah, isn't it lovely? Aren't you inspired? I hope this inspires you. Like, look at this. Just look at this. Awesome. Like, look at this painting. These highlights and everything's so good. Look at that face. So good. All right. Cool. So much is going on in this one file. I'll do a reveal all, and that will reveal like all the images, and then I'll just typically start moving things around and just creating a nice collage is typically what I will do. Let's grab this image. Let's move this over, this over. I'm kind of moving them off the canvas. Right, I'm kind of spreading them all out. Edit. Image reveal all. Bingo. So this is like our mood board. Right, now that we have this set up, I want to show you additional resources as well, because yeah, most of these are already like pretty high res, but there's a lot of museums that'll give away their high res art for free. So I think that's pretty cool. So there we go. Yeah, and I have some of those resources as well. So you can do it this way, or you go down to, let's look at my stock photos. You know, there's on Flickr, the British Library, the National Archives, Smithsonian, Open Access, right? Victorian Illustrated Shakespeare, Rijksmuseum. I love the Rijksmuseum. I think it's in Amsterdam. But this just has a bunch of gorgeous pieces. Here's like Rembrandt's work, right? Vermeer, just all these cool paintings that you could just jump in and start downloading. So this one, for instance, here. Let's take a look. Let me know how you guys, happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's well. So, here is this image. And here we go, download image. You can not only do that, you can download there's the color palette, which is awesome, which I just clicked on, and it probably did a search on that color palette, which is awesome as well. But here we can download as soon as you sign in. So I already do have a, there we go, let's download it, done. Okay, you guys get the idea. Love the Rijksmuseum. I would like to go there sometime, but man, their online resources are just so impressive. See, and there it is. Copy. Drop it into this version of Photoshop. Hopefully I have the right version. There we are. And then paste. Okay, I'm dropping in this image. Every image comes in as a smart object, right? And actually comes in with giving me the ability to transform it right away. So those are all in preferences. Just kind of depends how you want to bring content in. So we can take a look. Skip transform when placing. There should be file handling. Anyways, it's in here somewhere. That's all. Oh, here we go. Always create smart object when placing. You can always turn that off. I'm not crazy about it, right? Because I just don't, everything doesn't have to be a smart object. So that's all. All right. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, I would love to go back to Amsterdam. And this image is awfully big, so we could even size this one down. One thing that I actually love for Photoshop to have is a way to take all my layers and you know, space them out evenly. We can do a trim now, and we can trim the transparent pixels. There we go. Our mood board. Thank you for that. Oh, Rick. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? You just got home from Amsterdam? That's awesome. Very cool. I'm going to jump into Free Stock Search Pro. Sorry, that's I do have to log in. But, you know, there's plugins available in Photoshop. So I'll also use this as a resource. So I can search for a Ren. Let's just see what happens if I do Renaissance art. Ooh, this is new. Adobe stock and Shutterstock. Wow, that is new, that checkbox right there. But I was already, yeah, let's just do that. There we go. I did a search for all these platforms. So no need to go to other sites. Look at this. Awesome. So you guys get the idea. Boom. Done. Okay. We have our resources. You now have resources that you could use. Look at, I just had to download the full res image. Look at how big these are. Right? Very cool. Let's kind of expand that out. And this is just what I get when I search for Renaissance art. Load the next results. Cool. Let's get this bird. Let's get this. Let's get this. So easy. It's so nice. All right. Cool. Okay, we're all on the same page. Let's get to painting, huh? Let's paint away. Are there skulls? Not yet, but you know there's gonna be skulls. If that's okay with you guys. Can we put some skulls in there? I'm gonna do an angel with wings on a certain photo. She's gonna be holding something. It's gonna be very dramatic. That's the idea. And let's save our file. Art. Okay, cool. Boom. Boom. We have our inspiration. Let's get to work. And we're going to need some other things like angel's wings and stuff like that, but let's get to work. There we go. We did it. We did it. Bingo. Here's the one I want to use. So let's start. Okay, first thing I need to do is I need to do my compositing. So I'm going to go grab some wings. I happen to have some wings in my library. I could also do a search in free stock search. So we could do wings and just see what we get. So dramatic. Very cool, though. Like these. Unsplash. Yeah, let's try that. Here we go. Check this out. Going back to her, we have these black wings. And this wing, just probably from a crow or a raven or something. But yeah, I have a couple in here that I can use. That's kind of where I'm going to start with those. Okay. Yay, skulls. I don't know. It's probably too much. I like these. So, you know, when you're compositing, painting, whatever, we just got to think about the size of things. Like this wing won't work because look at the size of this feather. Have you ever seen such a huge feather? In relation to her, I think this wing it's blown up too big. It's not going to work. This, on the other hand, is probably fake wings, but will probably work for our purposes, right? So let's do that. Let's take her. Let's jump that layer, Command J, and we'll cut her out from the background. Go to properties, remove background. Take a drink of coffee while that works. Bingo. She's cut out. All right, we still have that background. I do want to replace that background too. Will Sneaks be live or recorded this year? It will be live. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be live in LA. I'm not sure if anybody's going to LA. Let me know if you're going to Adobe Max. I'm going to go into panel options, and I'm going to change this to layer bounds because I can't really see what any of this stuff is. When I change my layer panel options to layer bounds, oh, now I can see everything much clearer. All right. So there's that. I might have an over scroll on. Excuse me. And I'm glad I'm going through a lot of these preferences because you really want to set up Photoshop so it just works better for you. Whoa. Okay, so here's a question for you guys. Check this out. I just noticed this. You know, I am using the you know, the latest version. Ooh, there's even more updates available. Just some bug fixes. But I actually just want to open Photoshop. There we go. Okay, so I have the latest version of Photoshop. I just noticed this. You ready for pro tips? How's the cold? It's actually not cold here right now. Not in Denver. But see how we have this blue share button, which, you know, people aren't crazy about because it's the only thing that has color outside of the work you're working on. Go into preferences. We'll go into interface and neutral color mode. That should actually turn off that share button's blue so it's neutral, right? And we could always change this to darker or lighter. I'm always curious as to what, like, how bright is this? This is what Photoshop used to look like. But I like this. If you hold down the Option and Shift key, actually one better, Command and Shift, you'll get toast. So you could pick like a rye toast or like white bread. And Command Shift click again, and you get like these like latte. This is probably flat white latte, cappuccino, espresso, right? But those are just fun little Easter eggs in Photoshop that you may or may not be aware of. Boy, and I'm liking this dark more and more. Oh, it's so nice. All right. Oh. Can't write new document presets file on shutdown. Carol, I'm not sure what that issue is. New document presets in Photoshop? I've never had that before. Huh. Rick H, you are going to be at Max. That's awesome, man. Hey, great to hear. I will see you there. I'll have to come by the HP booth. Into it. Okay, so here's the wings. Let's move them behind her, like so. And into place where we need to add the shadows and everything. Right, taking this one, I'll use a puppet warp, which should have a shortcut key. Puppet warp. Oh, that's interesting. Why does I make that O? Bingo. So this is what I usually use. Command H to hide. Just kind of making that smaller so it fits in a little bit better. Same thing for this. Puppet warp. Kind of moving that in. You know. Kind of like that. Okay. You guys got it. I could always steal elements from these other wings just to kind of jazz it up some. So let's just see if that works. Like if it needs highlights, I can take this wing, I can clip it to that other wing. Right, just gives it a little bit more dimension, but then I'll just start playing in the blend modes, kind of going into these lighten the second group, right? So I could just kind of steal the lights or the highlight colors. Even that color dodge is kind of fun. I just like that use of like different colors, but you know, even lighten works. See how that just like kind of just gives it a little bit more dimension, and I'm into it. We'll duplicate it. Command T, right clip, click, flip. Horizontal, move it over, give that a splash of something like that. Right, cool. All right, so yeah, this is okay. It still needs more drama. I kind of want to tell a story. So if you notice a lot of these Renaissance paintings, and let's see who does it, you know, like, you know, this is telling a full-on story, but I love the idea of like having stuff around, like having a broken dish or just stuff around that kind of tells the story. Maybe it's an aftermath of something. So we're like coming midway through a story, because all of these are just telling stories. This is so dramatic. You know, so like what story are we telling? You know, is there a sword? Maybe there was a battle. So it's like kind of the aftermath of something is what I would go for here. So that's what we want to put on the floor and kind of like around her. Now we're not gonna go crazy. You know, we're not talking blood and guts. We're talking dishes. Let's get some dishes. What would plates? Let's just type plate, see what we get. A plate at a certain angle like this one. Maybe that'll work. Just seeing what we're gonna get. I could also jump into Adobe Stock, change this to free. So here's all my free images. You could do that with any one of these. We could do the same sort of dramatic poses. But in this case, we'll change it to photos. We'll type in dish just to see what we get. Ah, this is more like it. And it's free. This one here has, you know, a number of plates all at, you know, different angles. So this will work out well. Let me know. I'm looking for drama. Let's type broken dishes just to see what we get. This stuff's okay, but it's not going to be at the right angle. So what would I do in that case? I would use Stager. Right, so we'll have that open. We'll potentially use it. That's just one of the many things we can use. I could also use, if I still have it connected. Wait for it. I can go to Pixel Squid and maybe grab something from Pixel Squid. Dishes. Repeat. Are you a speaker at Max this year, Paul? Yeah. Yes, I am. So yes and yes. The answer is yes. The short of it is that I am. So I'm not hosting Sneaks this year. So they're gonna have Kevin Hart and someone else, right? So people are probably sick of me. They're like, this guy again. So it's not me, but I will be there, and I'm still helping out with Sneaks. So behind the stage, I don't know if you guys, a lot of you know, but I do a lot of that. I actually do a lot of the design work for each one of those demos too. So that's actually what I'm tasked with doing is helping that out in that way, just so you know. So I'm helping with Sneaks. Yeah. I don't know. I'm technically going to be in the keynote, so. I don't know if that's a secret or if you guys should know that, but so don't say anything. But yes, and also I have sessions. I'm most excited about the sessions. So, oh, it's not Sneaks without me. Oh, I know, it's so sad. I'll be there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Is that bad? Are you guys disappointed? Is this news I shouldn't share? I don't know. It is fine. I love Pixel Squid. Am I not signed in? Yeah, I'm logged in. So, okay, I might need to sign in. So, yeah, yeah. Pixel Squid gives you 3D items. You can get everything. That's awesome. For 200 bucks, I think that's a pretty good deal, depending on how much you use it. But that's what I was just using, is I was using Pixel Squid as an extension right here, right? Finding what you want and dropping that in. So this is what it gives you, because it just enables you to... Let's add that new object. You know, add those items, as you can see. Cool. Cool. Yes, by the way, you can watch all the presentations live online too. So the keynote and certain sessions will be available. So that will be awesome. Oh yeah. So I have 2 sessions that will be available. Online, so that'll be nice. One of them's Photoshop related. The other one's like, you know, graphic design, 3D for graphic designers. That's what it is. So you'll learn stuff like this, kind of what you're learning today, but the next level stuff. Let's see what happens if I remove the background for this. Is it going to recognize the sword? Come on, people. That's amazing. Let's make that a smart object. Let's shrink it down. Right? That's going to be kind of like resting behind her. So move that down. Like that. We'll still work on the shadows and all that stuff. But that's what I'm going for. Let me make these wings. Oops. Let's not do that just yet. Undo that. Let's take these wings and make them smart objects. Do a little puppet warp magic on this one, because as I look at it, you know, I kind of want it to be bigger, like, and it's almost too perfect. Like, I still want some like feathers falling down, so I really need to sign up for Pixel Squid. That's all. So that's looking a little funky. Maybe we'll undo that. But we're getting the basis down, and we need to paint this. So what else was I going to add? Oh, so many things. So many things. Hold on. All right. There we are, and we're back. We are back. All right, let's jump in here. We need to make so many dramatic moves in here. Let's see what else we got. We'll sort through Pixel Squid a little bit more. Add some random items. Why not? We're going to make a whole scene. We could even add more people. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Do I keep the background or add something more dramatic? It definitely needs a texture. And if we go back to our source material, right, what do we have? We have these sort of muted tones, like that type of stuff. I was thinking stone, but I actually want it to be modern as well. So the short of it is it needs texture, right? That's the main thing. So that's my plan for it. Just give it some texture. And we could do that as well. Let's go into free stock search. We'll do stone, a wall. There we go. Cool. Awesome stone wall we could use. Paste that in. We could tile this, but I think the size is actually pretty good. But let's put it behind her real fast. Make it a smart object. Scale it up. You know, try some blend modes just for kicks. You know, we'll just go with that for now. Okay. Okay, I think we are in business. Oh, having a snake? Oh, so good. Let's drop in a snake. Okay, embed smart object. I should be signed in now. Okay, so, ooh, Ryan, you use Pixel Squid all the time. It is so awesome. Like, I think it's just fantastic. It really is, especially for something like this. So, oh no. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, everyone. It looks like it just crashed on me. The file did. It was the Pixel Squid plugin. If I'm being very specific, it's not. It's yeah. It wasn't. Let's quit this. Wait for it. So I was accessing the Pixel Squid plugin, and that's when that file just closed. So don't think it's Photoshop. But if Photoshop closed on you, then I'm sorry as well. So we'll try, I don't know, do we try this again? I have that snake, but I want to bring it in as like different angles. So we'll select that snake. Here it is. We'll adjust it in here. But I was embedding as a smart object, and that's when it crashes. But basically, I just need a snake like that. So at that angle, wait for it. Let's try this one more time. Saving the file, crossing our fingers, embedding that smart object. And we'll bring that in. My brick wall moved. Oh, yeah, it did. Please work. Please do your thing. Okay, so it does not like that at all. That's okay. What are you gonna do? Command click on layers, and you start to move that content around. Command click, you can select that, drop it over here. Let's see if I can actually just, you know, access this. And download as PSD. So we'll try that. I just need a couple more elements and then we're done, right? So able to get this at a certain angle. It's going to be on the ground, right? It has the shadows, all that fun stuff. All right, sure enough, there it is. We could bring it in. Okay, situation. We need to just cut out the background again. I will just do that with remove background. It's not going to get it perfect, right? Yeah, I'm not sure how you guys would remove this part. I'm honestly probably just going to do a quick selection. And just quickly select that, possibly. Oh. Let's try some new tools as well. We have content-aware tracing. So I can use this pen tool, and it should will detect the edges. See right there, boom. That's not quite what I want. I want it to select this edge. The short of it is these are all too close. I think I'm just gonna have to manually use the pen tool. So that's what I would do for this dramatic curve, right? So I just want to grab this part or use a brush, right? Use whatever you want. But that's kind of it's kind of annoying. Okay, I gotta get this done. You guys demand perfection. Let's see how good we are just freestyling it with the lasso tool. People don't like the lasso tool, but really it is the most exact tool in Photoshop. So do you not like it because you can't be exact? Ooh, I said that. Ah, that's the question. Is that why you don't like it? Because you don't like you know, the accuracy level that it gives you? You need like, you know, other tools to kind of smooth out your selections, or you just jump in. I'm doing this all with the mouse, by the way, and I'm crushing it. That worked out pretty well. All right, Snaky, we're done with you. I'm bringing up the fill dialog, but I can do Option Delete. Oh, excuse me. Since we have black in the background, I could do a Command Delete, and it will fill whatever I have selected with black. So Command Delete, and it just disappears because it put black on this layer mask since I had that selected. Sorry about all the zooming. You sneaky snake. But I also have a Cintiq. So why the heck am I using my mouse when I got this Cintiq right here? Let's grab that. Grab a brush and just paint. Okay. Anyway. We got that done. We have the sword. We got a lame bowl there. All right. I need to do a lot in here. I'd love to have some more rocks, like maybe a crack. Maybe there's more of this whole scene. I like that idea too. But let's kind of do some treatments. Yeah. So there's two things that you must use what you feel is right. And yeah, it's always a combination because like subjectively, you know, you're going to use the tool that you're most comfortable with. Right? But then objectively, you know, you kind of want to try to use the best tool for the job. So our goal is to like be as objective as possible. But, you know, there's a lot in place. The best tool for you to use is the one you know. So whatever you're comfortable with and you know it, then you do your thing. Okay, let's talk about color palettes. So let me save this. Jump over. Don't need that. Don't really need that. But I do have this. All these. Kind of want to have some more references in here. Since we really just want to match these styles, let's just start bringing in some of these images. Okay. We got it. You still have your CS, what is that? CS6 discs, Carol? Marsha's comfortable with Photoshop 5.5. Nice. Hey, if it's working for you, do it. Let's change the colors. I need to paint on this. I need to do so many things. I'm not even sure if I have all the elements in here just yet. I like having the snake here, and I like this rock. I'd probably do that a couple more times, and I have a bunch of that stuff in my Creative Cloud libraries. So we could take a look at those two rocks. We could do chains. Do you guys want to see something really cool? Can I show you something really cool? Like, I think chains are a little modern, so I'm a little concerned about using them, but let's just try that really quick. Ooh, here's a nice wall as well. I love that texture, so we'll just drop that in there. But I have lots of little cracks and different little things. I have these like chains that I could potentially use. Watch this. We'll do this. You ready? We will, actually, we'll just take this. We'll bring it over here first. Let's turn off everything. And let's go right up here to like this chain. This is a modern chain, so I don't think it's going to work. That's my only concern. So selecting this is what I'm going to do. So I want a chain to follow a path. Right, I could turn this into a brush. So we can go down, define this brush, right? Boom. And then I'll have that, but this is the problem with the brush. And by the way, I can still open up the brushes setting. Like, here's what it looks like. Let's space it out like so. It's all going in one direction. We'll have the angle pen tilt. Nope, sorry. Wait for it. It should be the angle jitter. Should be this one. Direction. There we go. Okay, so you want to jump in here, go to Shape Dynamics, change angle jitter to direction. So whatever direction it's pointing, because it gives me this perfect little chain, right? So now I can start painting with it. Great, it works, right, for the most part. The problem with this is that, like, I get this weird, like, transparency. Technically, it's all one color. It doesn't look very good. It's all one color. It just doesn't work for me. Right there, it's easier to see. So let's do that again. You ready for this? We'll go to our chain, because look, this actually does have a lot of color, and I want to retain all that color. So how can I do that? How can I have it follow a path? Let's take this. We're going to sample this again, but this time we're going to make this a pattern instead. So rather than a brush preset, we're going to make this a pattern, right? Click OK. We made that pattern. We can go to the patterns and see it. Right, here it is. Actually, I already have a couple of these made. Look at that. But here's the thing. Like now what do you do with that pattern, right? We could apply that to everything. Like if I just decide to add it, that's what I get. But what I can do is I can draw a path now for our scene. Let's just bring back some of this stuff. And, you know, if I want, you know, a chain to kind of be wrapping around her, I'll go with the pen tool and we'll just like start clicking. Maybe it's coming from a source up here. It's coming down. It's going to wrap around like that. Maybe it hangs straight down. We could do a couple of these. Maybe it hits here and it's just like that. Right, so I have this path. For this path, I'll usually save it. Double click, save that path. But here's the cool thing. So we will go in to that layer. We'll go to fill. This is advanced stuff, by the way. We'll go into fill. Because in fill, you can select pattern, right? So I could fill, this is usually what people usually stop here, but you can actually go to this script. You could select the brush that we made, or excuse me, the pattern that we made, go to the script, and we'll select place along a path. Boom, right? We'll click OK. We'll get a preview of it as well. So we can start to control the spacing, right? Just like we were able to do with our brush, this is where we do it. So still might take some playing with, but that's how you do it. You can kind of dial that in. We'll click OK. We'll see what we get. Oh, what did we get? We got this cool. And by the way, we get all of this color. Look, you know, could you imagine like, and I didn't get it. I didn't nail it the first time. Looks like it's a little off. So I need to just kind of scrunch it up some more, but I have that whole image. So, that's the big thing that I kind of wanted to mention. Cool. Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's a pro tip. Let's move on. I still have to paint this and all that stuff. So let's just do some quick painting real fast. Let's actually go to my mixer brush tool and we'll do sample all layers. And then we could start sampling and painting. But even what maybe we could do is we could take all of this, convert to smart object. This is everything. So this is our scene. Let's just try this. I just kind of want to jump in since I'm running out of time and I decided to play with a chain. We need to harmonize all these images, all this stuff. Like what we might be able to do is just like do a quick style transfer, right? So in here, we can sort of pick any one of these images. I'll just click this. That's a Monet, so that's Impressionism. It's not what we're going for, right? We want to go beyond that. We'll just see what it looks like. Doesn't look good at all. Nope. But check this out. We have image styles. We could try some of these other ones, but you could also upload your own and custom one as well. So right in here, I can go to the art PSD, which is that other file that's open. And it'll go through, analyze that image, and give me that design. The white is actually coming from the white of the background. So I'll fix that in a second, and we're going to see if we just apply that style globally to what we created. So let's do that now. Let's go to Art. And get her done. Get it done. Okay, so yeah, so many tips. I can go on and on. Like if I wanted to crop this, what's going to happen is it's going to cut out all those pixels. But you can use the crop tool, and right up here we want to turn off delete cropped pixels. Now I can come in and crop this without losing any of those pixels. So use the crop tool. Done, just like that. We'll save this. We kind of have our color palette that we want. I'm not even crazy about this one, by the way. I might turn that off. So this is even better, right? Steal all this stuff from the Art PSD. So we'll go back to this one. We'll go into neural filters. And we'll just try this out, by the way. We could do a lot of things in here. Let's go to custom. Pick our Art PSD and just see what we get. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but we'll get close. Okay, so that's kind of what it does. Let's crank up the strength. Yeah, I could play with this for a bit. Okay, that made it look worse. But we'll click OK, and maybe we will use that as a source, because I can still go back to this one. And we can harmonize all of this, because that background still isn't the right color. So that's something I also need to change. In fact, let's go in here to this smart object. It's really this, this background. We have that weird tint, so let's shift it. Wait for it. Let's go a little warmer. Invert this. We're going to do the floor now. So we're kind of dialing in the same color palette roughly. Cool. All right, did that. That's fine. Let's close that. Let's start painting on this, right? That's what I wanted to do as well. I'm also going to show you something else really fast. It might take a second to process, but let's go in here, because what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make a painting. I have this scene. Let's go to filter. Under stylize, there's oil paint. So we actually updated this, just so you know, but this is what we get. We'll go right to her face, but look what it's doing. We'll go to her face right there, and you can start to see what it's doing, which is basically applying this oil paint effect. Right, and then we can start dialing in all of this brush, like the brush scale, for instance. We drag that up, we're going to get those bigger brush strokes. So this is what we get applied to the whole thing to see what we get. Oftentimes it's going to be a combination of these tools is what I would use. So we'll apply this. It did it to everything? Did it? Yeah, I guess it did. So we got some swirliness. It's still, you know, still doesn't look very good. Those strokes almost need to be bigger. Right? It looks cool up close, but that's why I'd end up painting on it, to be honest with you. But I'm down on my last minute. And what I would do for that is like the mixer brush tool. I would zoom in, hit I to sample, B for brush, and then, you know, start painting, probably with a better brush than I have in here. But how you load it up is right up here. Do a very wet, heavy mix, and you're going to be able to like really smudge those colors and get what you want. So yeah, overly ambitious today? Sure, you know me. But I'm glad you guys are here. I'll work on this some more. Like, we have too much green on her, so there's so much color correction that needs to happen. It's almost like I need a day for the compositing of it, like just getting all the assets together, and then another day like stylizing everything. So But you know, we're well on our way, and I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me, and I appreciate you guys every time you join me. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys. So we'll see you soon, and hopefully to see you at Max. Thanks everybody. I'll play with this some more. I'm gonna play with it some more. It needs so much help. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon, and I'll try to get some stuff posted on socials. Thanks so much. Bye.